Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. So I came across this video where she was talking about how Black people struggle to engage with the complexity of the identity, right? And she also understand how people try as much as they can to engage in diluting it. And when she was talking about how when it comes to Black people, how they work so hard to keep some certain things, maybe the culture or some things that is very important to them, let's assume braids and all that, and how they try as much as they can to nurture it and make it become something fashionable or something that they really want to keep to them because, like, it signifies something for them. And some people will tell you how horrible that is, right? But turn around to come and steal the same thing they told you that they do not want, right? Because they are going to stay from afar and admire it and make you think that it is not something to admire, but then turn around because what? You are not supposed to have it. Everything is all supposed to be them and they want to steal it. And also how the world fear Black Americans unity, Black men, Black women coming together. And the truth is that Black people must reconnect with love and that reunite to promote Black love. The truth is that you Black people, I am sure you know how powerful you are, because I remember last year how they said that the Jews, the Israelites, they said that the major problem is Black people. They know how powerful you are. Let's get into this video.
Y'all understand logically that Black Americans are Americans as a nationality, but you don't culturally understand it. Y'all don't culturally understand the difference, and therefore you struggle to actually grasp and be able to hold space for the complicated, contradictory nuances of that identity. And I'll use Cowboy Carter as an example, but it goes beyond that. Y'all don't really grasp what we mean when we say that our roots are here. Our roots, our culture being built here, our ancestors' literal blood, sweat, and tears in the very fabric of this land, of this country. So you often mistake what we're doing as patriotism when it's actually veneration, but it's by design. America wants you to think it's patriotism, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how. Because our culture is actively stolen, appropriated, and erased, when it's finally acknowledged as such, the only tools or imagery that's really used to talk about it is that of the American machine. You're actively seeing our culture being erased and being used as an export, being used as marketed as just American culture. Hoodoo having to be hidden and shielded behind Christianity and the Bible. Juneteenth, once it's finally nationally recognized, has to be an American holiday. AAVE being talked about as a Southern accent. There's so many examples, right? And what you're actively seeing, what we're all seeing, is our culture and history being actively erased and being told this is just American. So then we're told by Americans, right, this isn't your culture, it's American culture. And then everyone else tells us, oh, you're being patriotic when we do things that's actually ours. It's been a continuous cycle that has happened since our ancestors were forced to be enslaved here. Building a counterculture in the midst of an oppressive culture, the oppressors get a hold of it, take it for themselves, and then tell us it's not ours and make it theirs. And if it's not them stealing our culture, then it's something that our oppressors created, forced us to survive in, and we as a people had to find some sentimentality in it or make something from it. And a good example of that is Thanksgiving. Right? We know Thanksgiving has genocidal roots, and it was also something where it would be the only time that enslaved Africans could commune together. So now there's some cultural sentimentality attached to that, even though we as Black people hate oppression. Contradictory as fuck. It was an enslaved Black man that learned this mac and cheese recipe, brought it back, flipped it, and reversed it, and now baked mac and cheese is a Black American staple, and we seeing a whole bunch of recipes on TikTok. Either way, anything we do, create, participate, and engage in is shadowed by this broader American machine that's damn near impossible to separate ourselves from, even when we try to distance ourselves from it. Because America makes it impossible, and the world, y'all, make that also impossible. You also see the erasure and engage in the erasure because you dilute it down to just being something American. Which is why there's a push for really mainly only us in the diaspora to find out where we're really from. Because being from America isn't acceptable. Y'all understand the fact we're Black American, but you don't like the fact that we're Black American, and you blame us for it and project your feelings on the American machine onto us because America told you that you can. It's not acceptable to find pride here. We don't want to find pride here, and y'all don't want us to feel prideful, right? However, we have pride in our ancestors. We have pride for the blood, sweat, and tears that they put into this land. We have pride in what they created and what we continue to create while still actively living here. Now, if I bring this back into Cowboy Carter as an example, it would make sense why y'all struggle to see the reclamation aspect of it, or why you struggle to see the irony of her using certain imagery and the purposeful contradictoriness of it and the nuances of it. You don't have to agree with it, you could critique it, but y'all are struggling to see it, and you're just resorting it to American imagery. You're just resorting to that. Y'all struggle to see that. Whether you fucking like Beyonce or not, there's a whole subset of Black American people that feel seen by this artistry, that she was speaking to them and speaking for them. Right, the Black cowboys, right, the Black equestrian girlies who got the horse camps, that now that this has been on the big screen can finally get donations to keep it up and running. Black people's contributions and creation of country music and the culture. Right, putting y'all on to other Black country artists, whether you like her or not. You can like these folks. You could learn this culture. You can learn the roots of it. You can learn how it's in the fabric of this country that nobody fucking likes, including us. But you struggle to listen to the music and the lyrics that literally say that. You struggle to see the imagery as something that triggers white folks, because this is culture that white people really love and enjoy, while hating and erasing the fact that we are the fabric of it. They really enjoy it, but they don't want to acknowledge we're the fabric of it. And they hate that we're a part of it. They hate that we're here while they forced us to be here. So it's like, let me make it plain for y'all to see that we're in this. And again, you can critique the use of that imagery for sure. Why not? That art is supposed to be critiqued. But to resort it down to just one type of thing shows you're culturally unaware, or you struggle to sit in cultural nuances and actually understand what nuance is. Nuance is often uncomfortable. It's contradictory. It's complicated. And if you actually understood culturally the identity of being Black American, where your roots are here for generations upon generations upon generations, this would be very easy for you to get. It would. But it's easier to just resort us to being patriotic for a country rather than venerating a culture that our ancestors and we had a part in, whether we wanted to or not. It's easier to ask us where you're really from, because you understand that you shouldn't be proud to be from America or proud to have any ties to America. But this is where we're from. This is where my people, our ancestors, are from. And if we have to sit in the contradictory dichotomy nuance of that and try to learn how to not perpetuate the problematic American machine, y'all can sit in the discomfort of realizing there's a certain level of pride for what our ancestors have built and what we continue to build, because the rest of y'all, everybody got hands in it. Everybody does. This is what happens when you have a Black culture that is surrounded by its oppressor, embedded in the same land, in the same country with its oppressor. That's what we've been talking about when we say Black Americans live amongst their oppressors, and we don't have an ethno state. We don't have a majority Black country like other people across the diaspora. This is what it looks like. Y'all are seeing it in real time. So because we're seeing it in real time, let's address it as it is, with its complexity and the nuances and the dichotomy and the paradox and the contradictions that it comes with, and approach it with some understanding and some comprehension and some critical fucking thinking. That's all I'm saying.
The world fears is the day that Black man and Black woman reunite with love, compassion, and respect. The day when the Black man, Black people in America, because we by ourselves, when that day comes, the world is really going to have a serious issue and problem with Black people in America. Because Black Americans, we are the first people. We are God's chosen people. So for centuries, the United States government have worked hard at keeping us divided amongst each other. And I get everything what people saying, well, it's the system, it's this, it's drugs, it's so many different issues. I get it. We know the issues over the centuries living in America. But my message today, the Black man and Black woman must come back and reunite with each other and put our differences to the side. We know all our issues and troubles. We get it. We get it. But the one thing that the United States government and the world in general do not want, they do not want the Black man and Black woman in America united with each other. They gonna constantly do everything in their power to keep us divided. But I'm asking my Black people, you got to have strong mental toughness to see the billions and billions of dollars they invest every year and keeping us divided. These so-called programs help keep us divided. Money help keep us divided. Schools help us keep us divided. Locations help keep us divided. They do everything in this matrix system to keep us divided. I'm asking my Black American people to wake up and get united, because again, even for the Black people outside the United States, they are not our allies. Most Africans are not our allies. The Caribbean, the island people are not our allies. Non-Blacks are not our allies. Other Americans inside of America are not our allies. Black Americans are by themselves. We on an island by ourselves. We do not have no allies outside the United States. None. No matter what color, no matter what country they from. And like I said, even inside the United States, we have no allies. So the Black man and Black woman must come back together. We must also teach the new generations that are coming up, the young Black girl, the young Black boy, because without Black love and unity, America will go down, because we built America up to becoming a superpower. But the way America headed right now, things looking ugly in the United States. So remember, Black Americans, we have no allies in the world. They can say all day how Black Americans, we the coolest people. We move the culture of the world and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, we don't have no true allies. So come together, Black man with the Black woman. Black sisters, come together with the Black man. We got to stop all this fighting and debating. We got to stop all this putting each other down. We got to stop all this degrading each other. Black man, we got to stop all this violence. We got to stop all this jealousy. We got to stop all this rage. We got to stop all this hate amongst each other. Black man killing Black man. Domestic violence, abuse. We got to stop all these evilness amongst our people. We already know who the true enemy is. We all know it without even speaking it. We all know it. We know this United States government ain't never been for Black people in general. From the very beginning, when they organized this matrix in America, this country was never set up for Black man and Black woman and Black child. Still to this very day, these laws, locations, schools, every single thing was created and designed to help only one group of people, only one set of people. America has never been fair for Black American people for centuries. From the past to right now to the current situation we still facing in 2024. They don't want to give us our reparations, so you got to have self-reparations. This government do not want to see us succeed as a group. They want to promote individual Black success over a group of Black success, because they will always see us as a threat. They will always fear Black American unity. Everybody, have a great day. Love the Black woman and love the Black man. Love the Black child. Please like, share, repost, save my video. Thank you.
So this is all I got from this video. And Christine, I love her video. She said what she said, and that is absolutely on point. And you all, like, some people really do not understand. You know, when they love your blues, right? Remind me how they said that. They like your reading, they don't like your blues, right? I think that is it. Yeah. Black people have really worked so hard to keep everything they have. That is something that I love about them. Black people do not keep quiet when something is going wrong. It's just like the way braids was something they really wanted to keep for themselves, right? Because they know what it means to them. right? And they also knew what they did, how hard they worked to make sure that braids became something cultural for them, AAVE and the rest of it, right? And one thing is that they are going to watch you work so hard to keep something or to maintain something. Then they come from one place and then try to steal it. Why? Because at some point it was not good, or for them it was not good. They love it, right? But they don't want it to know that they like it or they love it. So they come that they don't love it. And then for that reason, they want to also come in to probably tell you that they want to make it look better. That's why when a black person is wearing braids, it's not something that should be worn. Why is she dressed like that? But the same thing they are complaining that they do not want. They turn around and do it. And when they do it, it becomes something good. Locks was nothing good before. Not until at some point you see them start doing locks. They want to lock their hair. They want to wear braids. They want to wear African prints and all that. So want to get their nails as long as black people. And then they turn around and tell you that you are not the blueprint. Excuse you. And they tell you that your figure is this, or you are probably kind of overweight. They are seeing you and they are seeing how you are built, right? And then they turn around, or they tell you that your lips are so big for a human being. They turn around and they start using filler. They turn around and started doing BBL and some of it, right? So one thing I have learned so far is that that thing, you know that it is something that you need to keep it as much as you can, because eventually they will turn around and want to steal it. And one thing you already know about some people is that they do not have anything they have for themselves, right? But they wait till you find something, not throw it. They look for a way, turn around. That's something they will tell you that it's not worth it. They turn around and they want to take it because they love it. They love it. AAVE is this. Some of them want to also start using it, or they are using it. See, I have really like something that I have learned listening to black people is just if you are in doubt of some of their movements, relax. You don't have to bother. It doesn't take more than a month or a month plus. You see how they will cast themselves. Then you know who is who and who is not. So they have really been casting themselves too. And I am also learning because, trust me, I do not know how, but sincerely speaking, black people made me smarter. I'm sorry to say, but that is the truth. Because the way you all see things, you see it ahead. I don't know how, but you all see it ahead. You know how it's going to happen. You predict it. You're chill. You're relaxed. And then it happens the way it is. It takes some special skills, to be able to do this. And for you to do it, you also you must master your craft, right? Because it's a skill that you all already know. And it's how they go foresight or third eyes, people that are, it's just like when where I come from, they tell you that what an old woman says while seated. Even I, as a young person, even if I climb the biggest mountain, right, I will not see it. So that is how it is. Shout out to you all. You all know how to do it. And coming to the black brother that's talked about how we need to, black people, the world fears black Americans unity, and black women and black men must connect or reconnect the love and unity to promote black love. I am when I say a firm believer of black love. That is something I don't joke around with. Black love. Black unity. But I keep saying it each time I talk about Black love, I talk about healthy Black love because there is nothing as beautiful as a healthy Black love. Number one is that I remember last year when the whole thing that started in Palestine with Israel started, Black people came all out. Guess what they said? They said that the major problem they are having are Black people, Black youth. They fear Black people so much. They know that any day Black people decide that, man, it is time for us to do what we know how to do. Game over. When I say game over, I meant it. Game over for everybody. That fears them. And I know the tactics they came in with. But I don't like going into Black men and Black women issue because there is nothing wrong or there is nothing going on. It is just how cats behave. Sometimes they are in love, sometimes they are not in love. But that doesn't mean that they don't have each other's back. They got your back more than any other person. So yeah. So I really cannot wait because Black Project 2025 is a thing. For those that already know what I am talking about, we have agreed that we are not going to talk about it on social media, not until it starts happening, because the walls have ears, and I do not want the walls to hear what Black people got in stock. I cannot wait. Black love. I already do look forward to it. See you all in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye for now.